this camera is beginning to annoy me with the mic connectivity and whatnot. I'm not too sure if I need it, but let's just try to keep it consistent. If you're gonna work, just work. If you're not, then don't work at all. And then I'll be fine with it, and I've come up with a solution. I'm not expecting big numbers. I don't imagine it would be. I'd say I'd probably get roughly around 240 or less, just because from the previous owner's build, he made roughly around 240 with a 3582. So to my understanding, I think that's slightly bigger turbo than the one that I have. So anything around there would be fine. But what I'm really after is drivability. I want response, low end response, probably, I don't know, full boost by 4,000 would be great. A lot of people do say that they'll damage the bottom end, potential to damage the bottom end, but I don't drive that hard. I keep saying that, but I just want to reiterate the fact that I don't drive that hard. I drive this car hard because it's slow, but we can just wait and see what happens. I'm not sure if you guys can see the traffic on the other side, but yeah. Alright, so nearly reaching the shop. Like I said, it's 9:11. We are trying to get on the road ASAP. I'm expecting an hour drive from this location, so we'll see how we go. Really depends on how traffic is, and hopefully everything goes according to plan, because I planned for the worst. I've brought my key, I brought the electric bike just in case I have to hike it to the train station. So fingers crossed everything goes to plan. And at the moment I can't afford to tow the car anymore. I was spending so much money on this car that it doesn't run. Well, it's not on the road. It's just stupid now. I have to do a full tally of how much this car has costed me, because that'd be a real big insight for me as well, and an eye-opener in terms of, was it worth it? Everything I do, I always think about whether or not things are worth it, and doing the initial K-swap in my EG was not worth it. I would have been a lot more happy with the D-Series Turbo. But let's just see how this one goes. I remember sitting in Michael's car, and Michael, previous owner, his car, and man, he was fast. We were chopping everything. Literally, we were chopping everything that night. Nothing stood a chance. And I only hear other stories about him chopping other cars. So either he can steer, or the car was super quick. I'm pretty sure it's both, because first of all, I wouldn't have the balls to drive like that, because I can't lose my license, not anymore. It's too valuable to me now. Being able to take the kids around, drive the kids around, being the primary driver for the family. Look, don't get me wrong, Lynn can drive, but I feel uneasy. Made it. We made it. But I have to get the car out. And let's see how long it takes us to get on the road. Alright, so because the car was running so rich, I dropped my fucking mic. Fuck it out. Dropped my mic. Alright, so we that is.
So this is a K20.
Yep.
Yeah.
K20.
Is the motor stock built?
Stock, just with ARP headsets.
Okay.
Hey. Alright, so we're going to get it onto the dyno. I think he's figuring out it's pretty hard to drive the twin plate. So I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, because he should be quite good at driving manual cars. So it's probably by car. Man, it looks so good. So nice driving it. So, because of the rush, I have to use my spare microphone. And luckily, Vodo was managed to find it. I dropped it outside his shop, but we're here. So we're talking about the car, and apparently we should be expecting some pretty good numbers. He's tuned the number of cars with this setup. So he said it drives wicked, so that's all I can go on. But I'm really excited. A little bit worried. More so worried, excited. Just because worried because I put this together. So whether or not it works out okay, that's on me. So. And now, all I can do is just wait. So lucky Lin Bear packed me some cookies. So see how things go. So like I said, I spent last week watching a whole bunch of YouTube videos from Victorian content creators, and I decided to organize a permit for the car. I was gonna run trade plates here, but after seeing what happened to Mr. Surge, I didn't want that. The car is, I'm nearly at my breaking point with the car. Like one more big bill is, that's it, it's done. I'm just gonna part it or transfer it to another chassis and something like that. And maybe it's not meant to be, but that's what I've organized today. So I decided I'll drop the news for them. Did you guys know CMS is moving to the west? Very exciting, very exciting. I'm just kidding. They're moving across the road to that shop there. Can't get any footage of the dyno just because it is an actual shop. So he's closed up the doors just to reduce the noise and whatnot, just because his old man's out there working. So I can understand that, and he has to do what he has to do. So, but I can hear it, and it sounds so good for the car to open up like that. So when, like I said, I'm not expecting big numbers. I even told him how I felt in terms of what I'm after, and he completely understands, and he said it should be no problems whatsoever, because like I said, he's done these before. So hopefully we can get some cool noises, but like I said, I can't get you much footage, and I don't want to invade people's space and stuff like that. So we'll be respectful, and we'll just get our own clips of the car eventually. To open up completely, better than me shifting up at like 3.5. Finally some redlining. Love it, can't wait. I'm really excited now because, like I said, everything should go according to plan. Hopefully, I'm pretty sure, but I think I'm in good hands. Can't see anything though. Alright, so come along for another pull. I've also got another camera just recording noises. Just there. But it's all good. I made a video about me cutting grass, so me filming a blank wall should be perfectly within my capabilities. Let's go again. Clearly he's trying to find the optimal boot power. Like I said, I'm only going for low end drivability. So whether or not they punched out numbers or not, we don't know, but it's going to be a fun car. Assuming that was a 4th gear pull. Actually, I don't know. Could be 3rd gear, but the gear was pretty long, so. So like I said, the mic stopped working again, so. Something really good, so that was his 2nd run back to back, so we'll probably go for another one. Sounds like it. Here we go. I think he's in 4th. So dyno fan's off, So I'm assuming, I can only assume that he's taking a break or it's done. Not too sure. Okay.
Bead rolls on them. So.
And everything else fuel's good. Everything's good.
Yeah, it was. I didn't even bother running it as it was because I knew it was some sort of base map. So that sort of point where you'd start to accelerate and it felt like shit. It was super lean.
Of course, yeah.
So and then so I just started from scratch with a base map.
And that's what I was hearing. That's what I was
another
hearing.
turbo one I did, and then sort of modified it to suit yours. And then it got to the point where I could start doing power runs.
Yeah.
And then I turned VTEC on and start doing a few power runs. And I'm like, oh, there's no point in going much more. Everything works. Then I'll get the boost up a bit.
Yeah.
I'm going to balance each bit, VTEC, boost.
Of course,
there's so much stuff to do.
It's so interesting.
But then that kind of, so I'll roll that, put that back on. I'll have lunch, let it cool down. And
Of course.
I don't. It sort of doesn't quite make us. Doesn't continue to climb in the top end like I thought it would. I haven't gone revving it right out yet, but it sort of goes up to like 6.5, and then it starts to.
Is it because the turbo's running out of puff?
I'll soon find out. I thought I'll give it a little bit of boost, and if that still doesn't bring it up, I'll go over the tune and make sure there's nothing weird going on. But it could be that there's something.
All I know is with the G series turbos that they have to be like they can't be low boost to be they won't be efficient.
Yeah.
So like I said, I'm not a tuner or anything like that. But
I'll get some boost in it. Like if I put that 10 psi into it and then it starts responding,
Alright.
If it wants that boost, it wants the boost.
Alright, cool. So you heard it from him directly. So there's problems with the car. I thought I'm sitting here thinking that everything sounds good and stuff like that, but clearly he was just filling the car out. So yeah, blow off intake. I didn't know. Like I said, it's a conversation. I didn't know they'd blow off like 10 psi. Like what's 10 psi? But yeah, clearly I don't know what I'm talking about. So he's gonna go do that. And then up, just gonna go on lunch, let it cool down. So I'm just gonna take a break, gonna head out, roam the area, and then we'll be back and see how we go. We blew off the intercooler piping, so he's gonna go do that and come back after lunch. So, alright, so I was just talking to, and it seems like we are having trouble hitting over 10 pounds. The pipe keeps on blowing off, and he's wondering whether or not it's just the pipe or whether or not it could be something bigger. So if it doesn't start making power over 10 psi, then something's definitely holding it up. So he's got a couple of theories, but I think if it's not making over 10 psi, then there's a problem somewhere else. So we're just heading into this area, see what there is to find. I'm not that hungry, but probably just need some fluids. So there's a couple of places nearby. All right, I'm getting hand cramped holding it like that. So hopefully my exhaust and everything is all good. The only thing I can think of holding it up is probably the pod filter, which is on the turbo inlet side. Maybe it's just not good enough. I'm surprised there's no what's those food areas, just those little in an area like this. Some wicked cars around. So I know I said I wasn't hungry, but I ended up getting a Coke because it's $5. And if it's $5 for all the drinks, I'm not gonna buy passion fruit because realistically that's cheaper. So I'm gonna get the good stuff for $5. And obviously, I'm a sucker for potato cakes. Like I like drenching them in tomato sauce, like proper drenching them, and then I'll just eat them one by one. Like I don't know if you guys know this about me, but I like soggy food. soggy hot food. So I don't like crispy. I'm not a fan of crispy. Everyone likes crispy chips and stuff like that. I prefer the warm, soggy chips that you find at the bottom of the KFC boxes. Yeah, that's where the good stuff is. That. So I want to eat that one. I'm looking for one that's like completely covered. And as I eat it, I'll probably just go top up more tomato sauce. But I'm a sucker for potato cakes. So just place some more tomato sauce on it. And not gonna lie, I've had better. The best ones, consistency wise, used to be at the little little shop in between the platforms at Flinders Street, but that's disappeared like ages ago. So for now, what I think is the best ones, best potato cakes you can buy, where they're consistent, is BP. BP petrol stations, hands down. You can pick all the, yeah, I get it. You've probably got your fish and chip place down the road from your house, blah, blah, blah. I'm talking about consistency across the board. So I can go into any BP and I can expect pretty good potato cakes. That's what I'm saying. And these could be old potato cakes, but it shouldn't really matter because there's just a specific taste to it where you know it's good, even if it's crap, even if it's old. Like I said, I'm not even hungry. But damn, potato cakes, I love them. What happened to all the good old days where potato cakes used to be like 60 cents, 50 cents? Look at that. Realistically, I get my money back on the amount of sauce I put on it. I have a habit of wiping my fingers myself. Different areas for different food. What I've noticed is when I eat fruit, I tend to wipe it on my shoulder. Food like this, I tend to wipe it on my pants. That way you can't see it as clearly. All right, so luckily I decided to buy an action camera instead of any other camera, because this camera has taken so much abuse. Like even the protective cover is broken on it, and I'm just so forgetful. Like I used the magnet to stick it to the bike, and then I forgot it was there, and I started riding off, and then it kind of dropped off. So I've got the worst memory. Well, I just don't know how to look after things. I think it's that. I just don't know how to look after things properly. So at the moment, unfortunately, the car's only making 170 kilowatts. 170 kilowatts at 7 PSI. A lot more than stock. Not a lot more than stock. I don't even think that's even more than stock. I've seen a couple of people pull some really good numbers. But, so the problem is, like I said, getting past this boost issue. I was trying to get over 10 PSI. I think it's capable. I think this turbo just needs to run at really high PSI, probably 15, 18 PSI for it to be efficient, is what the web says. So hopefully there's nothing else holding it back. Could be a number of things like fuel pump, but even he said he's not worried about that yet. What else could be holding it back? The intake. Maybe he'll just take off the intake and it will just go off that. But I can't figure out what would be actually holding it back overall. Because he says it makes power all the way up to 6,000, 7,000, and then it starts to drop off. So there's definitely something causing that drop off. Maybe it's just running out of puff. Maybe the turbo's running out of puff. So if you introduce more PSI, then it's got more puff. Maybe, I'm not too sure, but very interesting. And also, I want to show you this screen of mine because it's broken, proper broken. I should probably just take a photo of it. I'll just take a photo of it and then I'll post it up so you guys can see. And mind you, the very first day that I put that cover on, I broke it, I dropped it. So I don't know if that's still any good, but thank God we have something covering the screen. So I'll report back to you when I find out more. But like I said, I was listening it to before and I was like, oh great, but like I said, I was so wrong. Like I said, I don't know anything about cars or tuning or anything like that, so it's very easy to impress me. We're back on after lunch, and he's gonna go for another run just to see if whether or not we can solve that hose blowing off. It was just also just on a theory that it could have been leaking the whole time. Is probably why we're capped at that 170 mark. But let's just see how it goes. I think you smell that tomato sauce. It's very nerve-wracking. Like, come on, just go for it. Like I said, so if we can get past the 10 psi, that's where we can start that's where we can start making the power. Maybe he'll go all the way up to 20 psi, who knows? Maybe this thing will make us 340. I wish. Better than before. If he turns off the car, then we know that it didn't work out. But he should be seeing hopefully 10 psi. He was telling me that with the K series, he has to do a lot of different maps for the car, just because that's what needed for for each change of the VTC. I don't know what any of this means, but I'm just regurgitating information. So he has to do each map every time he changes it. With the B series, however, it's just 2 maps: VTEC on, VTEC off. So he's just got to go through and adjust all the maps. And yeah, so I guess that's what he's doing if it works out. But come on, baby, let's do it. I guess it stalls it just as much as I do. Let's see how we go. Let's see if it sounds any different. Sounded like a proper power run. Maybe we're hitting 10 psi. Are you guys ready?
like 7 psi, making 173 kilowatts. That's all the way up to 7,000, 8,000 RPMs. Because he did mention that he was having problems hitting over 6,000, or the power would drop off. I'm not too sure if you can hear it, but alright. He's in 3rd gear. He's in 4th. He's in 4th gear. I've been paying attention. But I can't see nothing, but we can listen and we can make up our own scenarios. Oh, so it's just checking through the laptop, we can make sure everything's fine. Air fuel ratio looks good, map sensor looks good, air temp looks good, fuel looks good. Alright, that seems to be all in all. Alright, let's just go for it. We're progressing because it's making the noises. I'm like a kid waiting outside the lolly shop, waiting for mum to come with the money, and I'm just watching everyone pick out lollies, just trying to figure out which one's my favorite, which one I'm gonna get as soon as I get in there. Mind you, I'm older now, so this is a very expensive lolly shop. But I'm very excited. I don't know, do other people get this excited? It is my 2nd time. It's only my 2nd time. My first time was, I wasn't this excited. But maybe it's probably because I've been waiting for a really long time to do this. A long time, like 6 years. We got close like 4 years ago, and then I got hit with a big bill, and it broke me. It broke me, man. Like, not just that, but also the other shop said, look, this car is, yeah, we're not touching this. That on top of the big bill, I said, screw it. I'm done. This car's gone to storage. And that's what it did. Went into the backyard and just sat there. Just moved from front to back, but never saw any real work until now. And if something turns around and says can't be done, I think I'm just going to part it. This is the 2nd time that I've said it, so it better not happen. Or this turbo swap's going into another car. Well, we heard the VTEC before. It's been a while. It's not as loud as all the other cars. Oh. Maybe I should tell him that I've got K24 cams as well. Why do I have K24 cams? Because my K20 cams were pitted. And then I had to replace them. And like I said, I couldn't afford new cams. I would have loved to get some, what's those cams called? Drag cartel cams. Or the, what's that, VTEC killer cams or something like that. I'd love to get some stuff like that. But I couldn't afford it, so I just went with K24 cams. They were free from one of my friends, and we installed that along with the ARP head studs. But like I said, it never moved forward from that point. So we're waiting to see if there's another run. But it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. I don't need the other camera anymore. I think I've got enough audio takes of the thing, and it's literally just take a photo of a bloody white wall. But King. I really need to write out my thoughts on the whole car. Hold up. Hello. I'm still at the shop. I hope so. Fingers crossed. It sounds pretty cool. If you stay on the phone, you'll probably hear some stuff, but it sounds pretty cool. Stay on the phone and you can hear it. So the car's just getting tuned at the moment. So they're trying to get everything, making sure everything's running properly, and make sure they can get the maximum power out of the car. But I'm just sitting here waiting, and yeah. So I'm just vlogging and waiting. Oh, I heard him rev it. It's gone through the gears. Fourth gear. Ready? Are you listening? I don't know if you can hear it. You can hear it, right? I didn't hear the VTEC then, or maybe it's kind of like muffled with the engine build-up noise. I'm not too sure. I'd love to be picking his brain right now, but he's got other things to be doing. But it seems real, what would be this, quirky. So I like that. I do like that. Listen out if you can hear the VTEC. Progress. And I'm just waiting for him to come out. It's like, hey, sorry. I accidentally gave you 345 kilowatts. My bad. Here we go. Again. That was probably only like a couple minutes, but... So basically, today I'm just filming a reaction video to a tune. Audible tune. Deciding whether or not he wants to give it the bee's knees. Let's pump it. 30 PSI into this bitch. I think that was a good thing. Didn't sound like before. Or maybe it's not meant to sound like before. Because we're moving forward. Again. Yeah. Let's see how he does right now. Obviously, the maps have to be getting better and better, right? So, he's touching on something. Here we go. We're going for another run. Must be getting to the finishing point now. So he would have added, like, we'd be up to like 25 boost PSI right now, for sure, for sure. Yeah, that was way higher than usual. Yeah, I think he's opened up the RPMs. I think that's he's going for it. He's going for it. Or he's only doing that because we're not making any power. Either or.
That intake is choking it up.
Oh, so did you take it
I
off?
just took it off and ran it. So we were sitting at about 180, and I took, because I thought, right, I got it to be consistent.
Yeah.
So took it off and went 200.
What? The intake?
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy. Yeah, get rid of it. Get rid of the intake.
So
Yeah, so like I said, he got rid of the intake. The intake was clogging it up. I don't know why.
what you'll find is, by the time that sits on the front of a turbo, this
It sucks
part
it all the
here,
way in.
you've only got this tiny little gap. before it's
Gotcha.
under restriction.
Is that just because that's a shit intake?
Yeah.
All right, take it off.
So what I'll do, knowing that it makes such a big difference with it off, I'll tune it with it off,
Nah, just leave it off.
because then you can either temporarily get one of those guards, like so you don't suck.
Nah,
Big things in.
I'm just gonna bring it home and I'll make a new
Or you
intake.
make like somehow you get a pipe off it or
Yeah,
something.
that's
I
what I'll
mean,
do.
you can.
I'll put a 90 there,
Yeah.
and then it'll go from there.
Because like when you think about it, if you're looking inside it, I mean,
Mate,
the gap that you've
yeah.
got there is pretty small. And that's
And-
not the first, 100%.
Mate,
that
this is
exact
hot,
filter
warm
I'm saying.
as.
The inlet temps right now are 55, even with the bonnet up.
Ooh,
Pretty warm.
okay.
Which is, yeah. Obviously, intercooler's doing a reasonable job of dropping it back down.
Yeah.
But,
Well, there you go.
so it is.
Alright.
So I haven't finished, but to give you an idea, on 12 pounds of boost make it 200. I just looked up another one I did. He was making 220 on similar boost, so I might be able to get a little bit more.
Yeah.
The other one I looked up, he was on the 85. The other one I looked up, he had a bigger turbo and he had a built motor, so it's
What's the duty on for the injectors?
when it was on 10 pounds, I checked and they were on 47%.
I think once you clean up the map with the intake off, I think we should be. So yeah, like I said, we're getting we've got little things on the car that are setting holding the car back. But I think it's gonna finish it up soon.
Okay,
Okay, so yeah, heaps up. All right. I think you'll be fine once you clean it up.
Yeah. So if we're at 220, 200, what do you sort of want to, knowing that I think because of the turbo size, pairing off the other one, this has got way more low end than the others,
Yeah.
but the top doesn't climb, whereas the others sort of get on boost and they'll just climb,
Okay.
climb. It sort of comes
What happens
up
if we up the pressure, the PSI?
I could go.
So if we went to like say 14, 15,
I'll go 14.
just because I
That's
know.
what I've done a bunch of these before. Stop at 14, so
Yeah.
I think that's probably okay.
Yeah, just because I'm just from all the forums and whatnot, everyone says that the G series need to be roughly at 14 above
Yeah, yeah.
for efficiency. So
So I'll go 14.
let's see how you go.
If we can get sort of that to 20-ish or more, we'll be on par with the
Yeah.
other sort of Ks that I've done with
Yeah.
similar.
As long as we've got room in the injectors and stuff like that.
So at 52, we're probably only at like, because I'm only driving that to 8%.
After that, we were getting clogged up with the intake, so we're making it roughly 200 psi, 200 kilowatts at the moment. So it's sitting at 56% injector duty. So the idea is he's currently sitting on 12 psi. So I told him to just fucking go for it. Whether or not he can do it, I don't know. But I'm well aware all dynos are different as well. So. Before he was only capping at 8,000 RPMs. So roughly I should be seeing, I think we're in agreement that probably get roughly only around 220 kilowatts. But really depends, So back to back. Alright, let's go. Let's see if we can crack that magical 400 kilowatts. Like 36 liters. So basically 4 hours on the dyno, give or take lunch. Look, I say I don't want that much power, but at the same time, it's true. But I don't want to come back. So if there's more in it, I don't really want to have to come back to get more out of it. The whole point of me coming here is just for it to be done and set, and that's it. But if we're not making max power, then I'm going to be not as happy. I will be happy, but just in the back of my mind, knowing that I have to come back if I want more power without touching anything, he'll just up the boost or he'll add more injectors or something, then it's gonna be a little bit of sour taste. But maybe once I drive it, I'll be like, oh, this is crazy, this is gonna be so good. So like I said, I'm just overthinking things now. Maybe because I'm sitting out here on a metal beam, my ass is a little bit sore, and that's what's causing this. But that's just my thoughts. Let's go. That's what I have to say. Now you get to see my face. Like, I don't even know how much power that is, but it sounds good. Sounds good. And that's all I'm over after, just good sounding cars. I really need to redo the muffler. Maybe a straight pipe. Man wants some more. The man wants some more, so he's gonna go for another one. Again. Yeah. That's what I was thinking. So we're going for another tune. Hopefully he's fixed up everything. And Mars is still sourcing on this. Really good turbo scoring. Did something blow off? Something blew off. Hope not. That's true. Still making noises, so we're good. That sounded completely different to before. I'm assuming something's blown off because it didn't make that much power before, or not that much noise, that fast, that early. I think we're gonna go for it again. I don't know why it made those noises before. If anyone knows, say something. I'm gonna ask him after. Alright, he's going again. It's really hard to figure it out. Like, I wish I was in there and then he'd just be like, give me the thumbs up, and that way I know. But this is what we're doing. How much do we make?
220.
220.
Yep.
There you go. How much?
14.
14 psi. And we just cleaned the. I assume.
So
it's just,
I'll show you the graph. So two things we've been fighting is inlet temps.
yeah.
It doesn't cool down even if I leave it. So I purposely left it for a couple of minutes to try and cool it down. It barely drops.
Yeah.
The other thing it does is the boost control is not super accurate.
Why is that?
So what happens, that's why I did quite a few runs back to back,
Yeah.
because it would change every time and there's no rhyme or reason as to why.
So what can I change? What do I change?
So, well, it's always got a similar peak, which is fine, but the way that it sort of, see how it sort of has a little oscillation, and that you can see in the power. And then here, I'd run it again, and it didn't quite make that full boost, and then it came good, and you can see that it.
What do you
lost
reckon
out
is
there,
causing
so
that? Is it because
It's literally the Hondata.
the Hondata? You reckon?
The Hondatas have really shitty, like, control over the boost. So I could set a fixed duty cycle on that, but that doesn't mean we'll never be able to catch the boost. So what this is doing now, I'm saying I want 14. Do what you got to do to get 14, and so the computer sort of controlling the boost control to get that 14. So it's not, because it's not a very good system. You're using an ECU that was never designed to control
Yeah,
boost.
I get
control
that. I get
boost,
that. I get
basically.
that.
So
Yeah, but like I
that's
said,
unfortunately one of the shitty things that sometimes you find on Honda.
and that's fine. And I knew
You won't feel it on the street, to be honest. It's just trying to make a graph look really nice on
that's
the
fine.
thing. But
That's fine. I knew that coming in because, like I said, I've already had the Hondata,
Yeah.
and to go out and get a Haltech or another
Yeah,
ECU,
yeah.
I don't have that.
Yeah,
I don't
it's-
want to go out and buy an ECU when I already have an ECU.
Yeah.
And like I said, if we're contemplating a give or take, say, 13 kilowatts,
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
happy to
exactly,
save that $2,000 in my pocket.
It's more the like you could get a Haltech to be repeatable over and over and over because
Yeah.
we know what's going on, whereas this still does things that you don't
Okay.
know what it's doing in the
Yeah,
background.
that's fine.
So initially that big power drop that I was getting wasn't so much the filter. The filter was making it worse, but it was all the knock control. Because the motor's so noisy with solid mounts and turbo and everything,
Sorry
it
about
thought that it was knock.
Sorry about that.
No, and it would, even though I said there's no knock, stop pulling timing out, it just kept doing it on its own. So I had to dull the sensors down to think it's not knock,
Okay.
it's just vibration from the motor.
So you reckon I should change my mounts to be a little bit softer, or is that no
to be
point
honest,
now?
they're pretty gross.
Yeah.
It's the problem. I always get that with the innovative mounts in Ks. They're so rough.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
I don't know what great. Did you buy those mounts?
these are race mounts, 88A.
Yeah. Okay.
So
they
I've got a second set of mounts that I
Yeah.
can possibly run on the car.
Yeah.
I'll probably give that a go.
It's more up to you how it feels to you. It's not going to make any difference to them.
It's-
like
look,
it's pretty vibrating.
It's terrible. It's terrible. And as I drive, it's just what I notice is a new noise every now and then.
Yeah, you
Every
feel-
half an hour, I'm like, what the hell's that?
Yeah.
What's that noise?
Same thing. Everything vibrates and makes. I'm like, what is that? No, it's not nothing. It's
yeah,
just
yeah.
the
I'll change the
vibration.
mounts. I'll change the mounts, and then
Yeah.
everything should be good. But
Yeah.
all right, so
Otherwise, the only other drama was the alternator. I had a look. The plugs in. I don't
That's
know
fine.
whether the wiring may be broken somewhere. or,
I'll find it as long as it
Yeah.
gets me home.
So yeah, I've been charging it the whole time.
Yeah.
And I mean, technically, you drove here with it not charging at all. So at least now it's.
Well, don't jinx it now.
No.
This is raining outside.
No, so yeah, because that was on straight away, and you said the light was on the other day, so it hasn't been charging for a while.
Yeah.
So it's just been running off the battery. So now I've had that charging all day.
Okay, good,
So
good,
it should
good.
be full.
Fingers crossed. All right.
Just don't drive home with the stereo on flat out or something
I
like that.
don't
Trying
even use the stereo. Yeah, I don't even use the stereo.
to use as little battery power
Yeah,
as possible.
yeah. I was conservative, but it's good to know. All right,
Yeah.
sweet, perfect.
And yeah, obviously do something with that intake. It's the inlet temps were like 55 degrees basically the whole time.
Yeah. So I've got to vent it out of that. Shoot.
Yeah.
That's what I definitely will do. Because
Whether you
that's
could-
what I did previously. But then I think we wanted to clean it up because it looked a little bit stupid just with a 90 degree there. So yeah.
Whether
oh
you could bring it.
well. No, like I said, I'm just gonna run a 90 up and face it towards that direction.
Yeah.
And then the 90 will go there, and I'll put a 45 there.
So
and it
that'll-
should be sit around.
Yeah, so the biggest, well, the global problem was the temperature, but
Yeah.
the problem with that was it was literally a restriction having
Yeah.
that cap so close to the face of the turbo.
Yeah, this
basically,
guy.
So.
All right, dearly noted. Dearly noted. I'll put that so that in the car. I'm not gonna fall down, am
I
I?
found that.
What's that?
It was like just sitting in there. Was it like an earth or something that you...
Well, it was an Earth. It was an Earth. Yeah.
It was like near the boost controls when I was looking at it.
Oh yeah. That was connected to my gearbox at one stage.
Because I thought
but
it
then,
was hose. I'm like, where's this hose?
but then I realized the only reason I took it off is because the car still started.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm like, I don't need that anymore. But perfect.
So
Okay.
there is not one point where it makes any less
Okay.
than
Yeah,
a
that's comparison to a
naturally
stock,
aspirated. So
Yeah.
that'd be a stock DC5, and then this is
Okay. Oh, that's
So-
very cool comparison. I didn't know you guys could do that. All right, cool. Nice to know. So it's fast.
yeah
It's fast.
everywhere.
Fast. Yeah, that's gonna be very fun.
So yeah, and that's what I sort of mean. If you compare it to a naturally aspirated one, even at 2.5, 3, 3.5, 4, you're making more.
Yeah.
But then as soon as you get to that 4.5, it's just seat.
And also
Like
with the clutch, did you use adjust? Do we?
it's better to take off now.
Oh,
It's still,
cool.
I reckon, there's still definitely It's going to take some getting used to, but as far as that dead pedal, it doesn't do that anymore.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Ah, sweet. Sweet.
But I'll take it for a try. I'll make sure it's really
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. So there you have it. 220 kilowatts. 220 kilowatts at 14.1 psi. Exactly. So it should be pretty fun to drive. We were expecting bigger numbers, but apparently it's a low reading dyno. So let's just see what it does on the streets, and eventually we'll take it to the quarter mile and see what time it pulls. So if it pulls a 11.9, it'd be crazy, but I reckon it'd be a low 12s. Say like 4 watts or something. Alright. I was going to take it for a quick squirt around the block just to see how it performs. I've got no external gate on this, so we won't hear it. But I love seeing some other people drive the car. Now I'm going to adjust the suspension as well, because this car is bouncy as. I have to replace my brake light. So he's just taking the car onto a test drive, and as soon as it's put out to the main road, it's loud. I can still hear it. Maybe it's because my exhaust from my old setup, where we just made it longer. I should probably get a proper exhaust for it, like a stainless one, but I haven't got that money, so he's just coming around the corner now. He knows the TPS issue as well, so I think the bolts came loose, and he's just tightening it up. But I'm glad, because I thought I was going crazy, because we just changed the TPS, so there was no reason for the TPS not to be okay. So when stuff like this happens, I just think about dollars and cents. What? Actually, now you can see how cracked the screen is. That light reflections, the screen cracked. So, like I said, every time something happens with the car, I just think about dollars and cents, and that breaks me.
I reckon that's perfect now when you just touch the pedal and it goes 1, 2, 3, not 0, 0, 0, and then 1.
I've never thought about adjusting it with the motor on. I've only just turned it off, set 0, set max, and that's it.
Usually what you get is a voltage.
I don't know how to use a multimeter.
No, well, yeah, when, like, you might have half a volt in the car's off. When it's on, it might be 0.48, like, it's a big
Yeah.
different.
And that just shows you how much I don't know about cars. So it's gonna go for another squirt, and hopefully it drives a lot better. But this is what you pay for. You're paying for a premium service, and this guy is delivering. So definitely very nice to feel what's that word? Appreciated? No, not appreciated. I'm just glad he's looking after me in that sense. The light refraction on this thing that's how bad it's cracked. Drive round 2. Here he is. Woo. Yeah. I think once I lower it, the 15s actually look pretty good on it. Yeah, I can't afford 16s, unfortunately. So, check out that card holder. Pretty cool. 3D printed designs. Very cool what people come up with.
Alright, so This is the one with the boost,
Yep.
so boost and power, and this one with the torque. So,
And that drop off is just purely because the Hondata can't.
yeah.
keep
So when
it.
you look at the logs, you can see the
So-
duty cycle on the boost controller trying to.
So even with the four what's that 4 bar? What's that? 3-port solenoid, 4-port solenoid.
4-port,
Still an
yeah.
issue.
It's just because of the Hondata, really.
Okay.
I mean, you got good hardware, but what's telling it what to do
Gotcha.
is not super ideal.
And my Honda is old as well, so
Yeah, it
probably
is
doesn't
old.
help to it.
Yeah. And then yes, a torque. So 291 newton meters,
Okay.
which is the T for the torque line. So
Okay.
yeah.
Alright,
So
cool,
it
cool.
drives really good, like good. And that fixed it straight away. That
I'm so
throttle-
glad that when you tell me that it drives really good and you've got a massive smirk on your face.
It does.
It tells
Well,
me.
put it this way: you stand on it in a second, and it just fries the tires. So,
Really?
yeah.
I've got to buy, that's the reason I bought the 5-speed, so I wouldn't do that. But this is going to be so.
No,
so
no,
interesting.
I come out, went first, second, and stood on it in second.
Yeah, I
and then
heard-
came
I
on
could-
boost and just went, wow.
I could hear you.
Jesus.
I could hear you. I can hear you on that road. Yeah. Well, that's so good.
Cool. All right. So,
And that's what you want. So when you're telling someone how good their car is, if you don't have a smirk like that on your face,
and I don't just say it for no reason. I've stand here plenty of times and say to someone, it's
Yeah.
not very good.
no, that's
Like-
very good. Very good.
I think it was a good turbo choice in that as a street car, it's
Yeah,
super responsive.
I'm glad.
And, you know,
And that's what I had in mind, just because I can't afford to lose my license.
Yeah, yeah.
And I just want low end, just be able to square it up to 4,000, 5,000
Yeah,
every now and then.
yeah.
And that's more than
Yeah,
enough.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. All right, so I put it through as pretty much just a normal tune. So it'll be 1,000 on the dot all up.
Alright, beautiful. Just on card,
just on card,
please. Thank you so much. I do appreciate it. Especially finding all those gremlins and
Yeah.
problems that we had. So definitely, now we know. We don't tap, yeah?
On the back, maybe. Hang on. I
can
literally
just-
just got this. It was a new.
All good. I can just use the card. I can just use.
I think you can insert it. It's like a day old. This thing.
Beautiful.
Did you want me to email the invoice as well?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Why not? Let's start documenting
Save the
everything.
environment a little bit.
Yeah, yeah. But I
Right.
do appreciate it, everything.
It's all right.
Especially waiting on me to come in today.
No, it's alright. I thought I'll go over the road. I'll wait till about morning tea time, and I'll just fiddling around fixing up the factory over there. And then I'm like, oh, I better call. And then you called,
Yeah.
you called as I was there
Perfect.
to make a good.
And the other factories, all that space is yours, right? So
Yeah,
you're just going to
yeah.
have it open dyno, or you're going to have the same type of layout?
What I'm going
as
to
this one?
do, it's going to be open, but not for the public. But I'm setting up the front reception with a massive TV with a video of the dyno and what I see as well. So all the power.
Oh, that'd be
torque and
great.
everything, yeah.
That'd be great. Yeah, yeah. And it's going to be diesel protected, so you
Yeah.
got to have it. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
A
I've
proper
learned
grey
a lot doing
proper
it.
grey
Like,
wall.
you try and when you start off, you haven't got tons of money to
I get
set
it.
up everything, and
I
then
get it.
now I know this time what things to do different when I set the room up. And what's your email address?
QSKES
QSKES
at live. That's it.
live.com.
Yep. Do you have any stickers?
I do, yes.
Oh, sweet.
All right. So that's emailed.
That's gone through.
Did that print?
I don't know. I don't know how we do that. Set that. Maybe we still have to set it.